for the 4th of July, I am cooking my pork barbecue. Filipino style, you know, the one with the skewers. So I have here pork butt, then tomato ketchup, smoked paprika, the brown sugar right there, the onion powder, have salt, just kosher. You can use whatever salt you have. And then I don't have 7-Up, so I'm using Raqua lemon. I mean, we only need the carbonation anyways, and this will be my first time to use this. Normally I use 7-Up. Anyway, so garlic powder, and then we have tomato sauce, and then we have pepper. I don't have lemon, so I'm using lime. Gotta have Tabasco, and then minced garlic, and then Worcestershire sauce. And I'm just gonna put them all in here and then mix them all up. Now all the ingredients are here, so now we mix them all up. And then we're gonna marinate this overnight. Tomorrow we're gonna skew this. But the last part of this is I'm gonna put the La Croix. If you have 7-Up, use 7-Up. I don't have 7-Up, so I don't drink soda anymore, so I'm gonna use La Croix. What we need anyways is just a carbonation part of it. It helps tenderize the meat. Mixing them all up. The last part of this is a carbonated drink. I'm using LaCroix lemon, and then we just let this marinate overnight, and then that's it. Barbecue has been marinating for 2 nights, 2 days. So now the next thing you need to do, before you start skewing the meat, you have to cook a piece of, like, just a small piece, and cook it enough for you to try and taste, and then from there you can just adjust, you know, add salt, pepper, or whatever spices or whatever else needs, basically. But before you cook a small piece of it, you have to make sure it's fully mixed. What I do before I start skewing the meat. And then from here, if it needs salt, then you can just add some more salt, pepper, you know, whatever spice you need. But yeah, just some people, they taste the sauce when it's raw. I don't want to do that. I used to do that, but not safe. Forgot. Before you start skewing the meat, I mean, this is the most important part to it. You have to soak. Oh no! Whoops! Damn it! Oh! Okay. You have to soak the barbecue stick, or whatever stick you want to use for your pork barbecue. So you have to soak this before you start skewing the meat. Otherwise, it'll burn, and then the stick will break, like it will break in half, and yeah. it's basically going to be a fire hazard if you don't soak it. Now the next step is to skew the pork. Skew the pork. Okay. Alright, so we have a stick here, barbecue stick, and it's soaked in water. So this is how I skew the pork. First you mix it again. Mix it. So what I do, I look for the fatty part, and then the duck goes in the bottom because this part burns faster than the meat, of course. But this is how I skew the pork. You have to be very careful. If the meat is too thin, like it's thinner, you can just do this. But if it's a little bit thicker like this, then you can actually skew it in the middle. Yeah, as much as possible, you don't want the stick to be exposed, because that way it won't burn fast. Right? That's what I do. I just do this like this, and then leave a space, enough space for you to hold the stick when you start grilling, right? Then look for another meat that will fit here. So this one is perfect. So this is a little bit thicker. So now you can just do this. So it's in the middle. And you have to be careful. And then, you know, this one here, this, you just do this. There you go. That's it. That's how you skew a barbecue. I mean, skew the pork. I finished skewing the pork. So this is how it looks like now. So I made sure that the stick is not exposed. Right, so the marinade, you know, the one where the pork came from, the marinade. So what I'm gonna do now is boil it. Because this will be our basting sauce. Some people, they use the raw version of it, right? But I like to boil it, just, you know, just to be on the safe side. And what happens is, like, it makes the flavor more intense, if that makes sense. Like, the sauce thickens up too. So and then this one will be a lot darker when it's done. So I just boil it. That's it. And then the last part is, of course, grilling the barbecue, the skewered pork. So when it's simmering like this, you know, this scum here, scum. Okay, you need to remove it. Just get the top part. Just move it. Don't want that. It's starting to thicken up now. It's a lot thicker when it first started, and that's what I was trying to achieve. But you have to remove this part here. Scoop it up. Scoop. reduce more. And then when that happens, you just make sure that you stir it constantly, just so it won't burn in the bottom. Ooh, I saw meat. Ooh, wow. Okay, that's gonna be yummy for sure. Let it reduce more until it's a lot thicker than this. Yeah. You know, the consistency that I'm waiting for is like a ketchup. You know how it's a lot thicker. Notice, you know, the color is a lot darker now, right? And it's starting to thicken up. It's close. And then I decided to add bay leaf. I don't know. I just feel like it needs a bay leaf. It's optional. You don't need to add bay leaf if you don't want to, but I'm pretty sure it'll add something like a different kind of taste to it. It's kind of like when I make my pork adobo. You know, bay leaf is one of the must ingredients. Anyway, it's not thick enough still. Like, it needs more time. Like, you lower down the heat. Just to let it simmer. But that's important too. Make sure it's in the lowest fire. I'm not a chef, so I don't know all the proper terminology, so I'm just a home cook. So be nice. Anyway, so let it continue to simmer. It's getting there. You just have to be patient with it. So the reason why I want it thicker is so that when you baste the pork, the basting sauce will stick to it. If it's soupy, then you know it'll. Basting sauce is done. Now you let this I know I'm gonna make pork barbecue, but if you're not into pork or you're vegetarian, so you can do kebab. So these are my ingredients for my own version of kebab. I have the Vidalia onion, I have the red bell pepper and the green bell pepper, this cremini mushroom, and what's this? I think it's a zucchini. Pretty sure it's a zucchini. And then so this is the marinade. Marinade. If you don't want to eat meat, you can't eat meat, then use the same marinade for your kebab. Here we go.